At the east end of the Stuart Witt Event Center is the gym. Monster Fitness used to operate the gym, but recently the Spaceport has contracted with a new management company to operate and maintain the fitness center in the building.
That all directors are in attendance. Is there anyone that's willing to offer a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion on the agenda.
Motion by Mr. Deaver, second by Mr. Allred. I'll let him have it. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? There being none, the agenda is adopted. Community announcements.
I have one, of course. Plain Crazy Saturday is March 18th, and I think this is a really nice photo. One Friday we had a storm roll through, and Alan Radowski, who works for Northrop Grumman, he says that was a grab shot, and Bill knows about those. But he said, I just took it with my iPhone out the window. We'd just taken off and came around. There's a rainbow right over Mojave Airport. So he is going to come to Plain Crazy and talk about Mojave through my lens. And he's taken a lot of pictures out here through the years. And he's going to take you on a virtual tour of the boneyard, the way it used to be when there were a lot more airliners out there. People are always asking for tours, and we have to say, I'm sorry, we don't do that. But, back many years ago, we were allowed to go out there. So Alan has some great pictures. He might even show a few from Northrop Grumman that have already been released, like on the cover of Aviation Week and that sort of thing. He was able to go out on some of the aircraft carriers and take pictures of the X-47B. So, pretty cool stuff. I also just want to quickly announce we're Mojave Foundation, not the Transportation Museum, but I'm helping Todd Hewlett, to raise money for solar lighting in downtown Mojave. The county is putting in 20 lights on K Street, but we're hoping to raise funds to put in at least 30 to 50 more in downtown Mojave. And each light costs $2,500. So we're hoping to ask companies if they would buy a light, and maybe we'll put their name on the light, you know, this light donated by. And Al and I aren't able to donate $2,500, but we'll probably put up $500. So, and there's other individuals that are doing that as well. But we're on a time crunch. The county's going to be doing sidewalks, and they said if we can get the street lights there, they'll put them up. It's like, whoa, that is pretty awesome, because that would save a lot of money. So if you feel so inclined, get in touch with Todd Hewlett or go to the Mojave Foundation webpage and make a contribution. It's quality of life, it's so many things. Of course it's safety and security, but it's really awful when kids are walking down the street and it is so dark. As a parent, I remember what that was like with my kids. We grew up in a neighborhood and we did have street lights, so that was kind of nice. But these are really cool because they're solar, and Jolly Round Red Mr. Sun powers them. So hope you can help. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, Kathy. We're meeting in this location, which we don't normally do, to dedicate this room, the Corsair room. Director Deaver had the concept of renaming this room the Corsair room, and as a board we decided to have a meeting here to dedicate it and to open it up officially. So I'm going to turn the time over to Bill. And Bill?
Yeah, and because of my back, I'm going to sit here, but when I get through, Kathy and I are going to go over there and take that dirty blanket off that and reveal a photograph that our reveal a painting taken from a photograph from Cathy's history files of an F-4U Corsair taking off from the Mojave Marine Corps Air Station in the early 1940s during World War II. Doug Castleman, who comes to Plane Crazy Saturday and sells really great aviation pictures that he's painted this for us for the Mojave Transportation Museum Foundation, and we donated that to the airport. We chose the Corsair because it was the Marine Corps ground attack airplane during World War II. This particular airplane was an F-4U-1D of Marine Fighter Squadron VMF 511, which arrived here on 10 September 44 for carrier qualification training on the new Jeep carriers, which were used and were pivotal in the Battle of the Philippine Sea. In addition to 8 Corsairs, the squadron had 8 Hellcat night fighters and 2 photo recon Hellcats. The pilots sailed from the West Coast on 20 March 1945, and I hope most of them made it back. They were among the hundreds of Marines who trained here during World War II and the Korean War. My family's got some connections to this airport. We moved here in 1948 during the Korean War. My dad, as a civilian, ran the fuel operation here for the Marine Corps. And my wife, Billy, who also moved here in 1948 with her sister, whose husband had just been assigned to Edwards, was put up, the only living quarters was a bunch of Quonset huts down here on Business 58. And the first night they were there, we had one of our little gentle zephyrs blow in. And when they got up the next morning, it took them about 15 minutes to get the dirt off of everything. So Billy's sister Betty went down, and these are 2 gals from Oklahoma who lived through the Dust Bowl. And went down to the housing office and complained, and the young sailor didn't say a word. He just reached under the counter and handed Betty a roll of duct tape. So, anyway, this building was base headquarters during both wars, and we think this picture is a fitting tribute to everyone who served here during 2 wars and to everyone who is developing new ways to fly at the Mojave Air and Spaceport.
Gotta get it.
Okay.
What's a scarf? Okay. I don't know if I'm tall enough. Oh, I might need some help.
Yeah, here we got it.
Oh, good. There it is. Ta-da. Is she beautiful? Yeah.
Outstanding.
Love it. Doesn't it look like it wants to fly off the
Yeah.
By the way, Doug will paint a picture of your airplane.
Yes.
Looks like charge.
It's true. He did Phil and Barbara's Twin Beach and Joanne Painter's Cessna 140. And they're beautiful paintings. He's really talented.
Well, outstanding. Thank you so much, Cathy and Bill. So as president of the board of directors, I officially declare and dedicate this as the Corsair Conference Room, Mojave Airport. Mojave Air and Spaceport. Excuse me. I won't say airport. All right, we move to the consent agenda. All items are considered routine and non-controversial and will be approved in one motion. Do I have a motion? It's going to die for laughs. Motion by Director Deaver, second by Director Balentine. Is there any public comment? Is there any further discussion from the board? There being none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The consent agenda passes. We move to action items number 5A, staff report.
Good afternoon. In July of last year, we were notified that we won a grant from Kern County. This is to install electric car charging stations, which we chose the location at Legacy Park to install the car charging stations. The grant amount was the $45,381. We received bid back from Voltaic, for $35,343. It does require us to pay this in advance, and then we'll get reimbursed in full by the grant. But it is something that the board will have to approve in order to engage them under contract to do the work.
Are there any questions from the board?
Make a motion.
Second.
I have a motion by Director Balentine, second by Director Deaver. Is there any public comment on this item? Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None, motion passes. Item B.
The Southern California Edison easement. So Virgin Galactic is requesting additional power in their rocket test site area. I don't have a map in here, I can't point it out, but they have a lot of test sites concentrated up in the northeast corner of the property. And Edison requires this easement in order to bring power up to the northern sites. I did actually talk with Dave Russell, our civil engineer, this morning, and he's absolutely fine with the easement as presented. So what we would request, we wrote on the staff memo to authorize me to finalize the easement pending civil engineering review, and I have had Dave review that. So he's comfortable with everything. If there are any specific questions about the easement, Kevin is here to answer those questions. He's been working directly with Virgin Galactic on this project.
My only question was, I saw that the easement doesn't follow the fence line when it gets way out there to the east side. It kind of cuts at a 40-degree angle through, and does that limit us on what we can do with that space now because of the easement, instead of following the fence line out to the corner?
When we did our water power and fiber project, it cut through the center of our project and then cut up. We didn't follow the fence line. We didn't go the whole way out east to the fence line and come up. So we brought it up. It must have been 300 feet from the fence line, brought it straight up. So they're following, for the most part, the alignment that we chose, except it goes northerly and then it goes northeasterly because that's the center of the two test sites up there.
It's already.
It is. It's already.
Space anyhow, so, okay, that's all my only question.
Are there any other questions from the board? Is there any public comment? The chair will entertain a motion then.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Director Parker, second by Director Deaver. Any further discussion? There being none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item C.
Item C, Spaceship Company, Building 79. So this building, we've had lately some problems with the roof in particular. We've had several roof repairs done in different sections of the roof of this building. There's a different section, there's a new section now that's leaking. So we've actually requested several companies to bid. We received 2 bids back. So the repair work is essentially to remove the swamp coolers because that's the area where the roof is leaking, and then patch up the area where the swamp coolers currently sit. This building is a little bit of an odd duck because it is owned by an investment company, and so we, as a property manager, were responsible for maintaining the building, but larger structural items like roof, we do pass through half the cost to them. So we anticipate half this cost to be paid by the investment company and half to be paid by us. So ultimately, we'll have to pay the $50,400 if this is the one that's approved. The other bid came in at $65,500. So we'll have to pay the entire amount. We should get reimbursed half that back by the investment group.
A lot of people, I've done this in the past, put a piece of metal down when you're dealing with swamp coolers. Are we going to do that, or is there something like that, or if there isn't, we probably should think
I don't know.
about it.
Were you involved?
Yeah, we're putting a pan out.
Okay.
We're going to cap everything.
Remove it and then
Yeah,
cap it.
that's good. That's cool. Thanks.
Do the owners require us any sort of prior approval from them?
No. No, and we've done this before, especially with roof repairs. We pass through half the cost of that. If it's, sorry?
With no problem?
No problem. If it's minimal things, minimal, damage to the building or something like that, or door repairs or electrical, something like that, that's our responsibility, as it would be for a tenant at the airport, but major structural items we pass through.
My only question is, you're 25 to 30% cheaper than the next closest bid. Are you sure you can cover the scope of the work?
All right.
Okay.
Any other questions from the board? Any public comment? Is there a motion then?
So moved.
Motion by Director Balentine. Second. Second by Director Allred. Any further board discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Move to CEO report.
If there are any specific items the board would like to discuss, please let me know. There are a couple that I'd like to highlight, and I'm going to go a little bit out of order here. Under updates, Gavia has asked us to serve on the Gavia board. I unfortunately just don't have the bandwidth at this time, so I'd like to ask the board if anyone on the board would like to participate in Gavia. If not, I'll get back to Kimberly and just let her know that we might ask to join at a later date. Anybody on the
Do they
board?
meet monthly?
I don't know.
7:30 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Is it monthly? Okay.
Are all board members familiar with what Gabby is?
Oh, yeah.
It's the Greater Antelope Valley Economic Alliance organization. So Kimberly Neighbors is the executive director of that organization right now, and it's essentially a group. It's got a pretty broad reach. Actually, it goes all the way to Tehachapi, right? Does it go to Ridgecrest?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They
and
do a good job, they
yeah.
really do.
So it's really about promoting the area, economic development in the area.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if Terry was.
No, I don't know. Will anybody on the board would like to do that, get with Karina
Okay.
on the side?
That's good.
We'll let her know.
Okay, two other things to highlight quickly. Let me do this one first. So, over the past couple of meetings, we've been discussing the possibility of engaging a new fitness center company to operate the fitness center here in Building 137. So we've had Monster Fitness operate the fitness center for about a year and a half, and they have decided that they would rather focus all of their efforts in their Lancaster operation. So we, over the past couple of months, have been working with various fitness center organizations to come in and provide bids to operate the fitness center. Kevin actually found a couple of different management companies specifically that this is what they do. They come in and just operate fitness centers on somebody else's property. The one organization that we've had several conversations with that we've been really happy with, and I'm very pleased to say that we've finalized the contract with them, is Elevation Club Fitness. Angela is here today to talk a little bit, so she'll talk in public comment briefly about what they'll be doing here in Mojave. But I just wanted to make sure that the board was aware that we finalized everything on this. And then the last item, which I don't know if the board wants to discuss anything at this time, we have included in the packet the updated district bylaws for consideration. So what we would like to do is allow the board ample time to review the bylaws, come back on the March 21st meeting and have a discussion, request any changes. There are a couple of changes that I've already noticed going through here a second time today. And we'll hopefully have a final version to present and adopt on April 4th. So this is really just the beginning of the revamp of the administrative code. So the bylaws, the idea with the bylaws is the bylaws are essentially set. They're more or less nothing that will change by resolution. If we change it, it's changed by resolution only. The policies and procedures are going to be much easier to change and adopt along the way. So we're splitting it up that way, hopefully to make it a little bit easier to digest the information. The policies and procedures piece is going to be a much more lengthy process. So if no one has questions about it, we can move on.
I'll just encourage the members of the board to take these home, review them, and come back with all your questions at the next meeting.
Okay, excellent. So that was all I had.
Thank you very much. We have no board committees. Are there any board director comments? There being none, we will move to public comment. Is there any public comment from anyone regarding an item that is not on the agenda?
Corporate health. And Elevation Corporate Health has been in business for 23 years, and we're an on-site management fitness and wellness company. So we were asked to discuss what our services are, and we're excited to be working with Mojave Air and Space, but also the community. And our hope is that we're going to bring additional services, work directly with the companies that are here at the airport, but also try to reach out to the community and become a part of Mojave. I don't know how much detail you want me to go into, because I think you guys have heard about us for the past couple months, but I'm here to answer questions. If anybody has any questions about who we are and what we're gonna provide.
Can you talk a little bit about your focus, like in terms of the group fitness, nutrition, counseling, that kind of thing?
Sure, so one of the things that we're excited to bring is any member that signs up to become a member of the facility, we start with an equipment orientation, but we also do hands-on, one-on-one. We do a fitness assessment. We want to make sure everybody that walks in has the opportunity to understand their fitness level before they come into the facility. We also will provide a personal fitness program. So if anybody's interested in, they've never walked in the facility, or maybe they're interested in running their first marathon, we have the ability to create a program for them so that they have a specific reason to be in the facility. And then we also do one-on-one coaching, and that's all free with the membership. So we're going to encourage members to get involved in the fitness center as well. But we also we're going to be providing on-site group fitness classes. We have nutrition consulting, life coaching, nutrition coaching, pretty much any service that you can think of that involves the health and well-being of the individual. So we usually work with corporations, multi-tenant buildings, government buildings, and residential communities. And we consider ourselves as being part of the community rather than just a commercial fitness center that comes in and just has the doors open.
And they'll be back here on Thursday.
We will be here Thursday at the job fair. We were just touring the facility for the third or fourth time, and a few of the people are excited about us coming on site, but also excited about possibly working for us too. So we've had a couple discussions already.
Thank you very much.
I got
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sure.
where are you from?
I'm from Colorado.
Okay.
We do have an office here in LA. We have, our company started in Baltimore in 1994, and we have offices in Colorado, in LA County, and also in Texas.
I had a question about marketing the gym. Is that something you guys are going to do or partner for us to do? Because I think there's a big clientele out there, but it's going to have to be marketed.
It'll be a joint effort. Yeah, this will be more of a partnership going forward. So Angela's been out here several times, actually. We've been discussing several things back and forth in terms of specifics on the fitness center and how it'll be operated. So the marketing effort will be a joint effort.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay, great, thanks.